in this time of sadness, this time of fear that so many people have, let's reach out in strength. If this mosque is attacked, if a synagogue is attacked, if a church is attacked, if any person is attacked, we are all under attack because of that. Let's have that sense of solidarity of all communities. Bring them together in that sense of unity.
There has been an awful terrorist attack in Finsbury Park, and our thoughts and condolences go to all those injured and the family of the person that tragically lost his life. But also our thoughts are with the entire Muslim community right now. During Ramadan, they shouldn't be experiencing this, and many are probably in fear of actually visiting their mosque during Ramadan. Our message to Muslims and everyone in Britain is this: we have to treat all terrorist attacks the same. Terrorism has no religion, and there must be no double standards in how far-right fascist terrorist attacks are treated and how ISIS-type terrorist attacks are treated.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Peace be with you all. We remember Makram Ali, who died a couple of days ago, and we think of all those that were grievously and painfully and brutally injured in that disgraceful act of terror on the streets of our area, just off Seven Sisters Road there on Wadcote Street, when this person drove a van knowingly into a group of people tending somebody who was having a health crisis at that time. An appalling and despicable act of terror against a wholly innocent local community. And the response of all of us and of the community is highly significant. It was people who were tending Makram who then prevented anyone injuring the person who had perpetrated this ghastly incident, to make sure that he was properly arrested, taken away, and will face the full force of the law in due course. The response of our community has been extraordinary. This isn't the first time they've faced a crisis. It's not the first time they've had to stay up all night looking after people. It's not the first time there's been an attack on them and on the whole community. Yet they are there all the time for everybody. And when I went over to Muslim Welfare House at 3 o'clock in the morning, they were all there working away, trying to support the community and bring about peace, to understand what had happened and tend for those that have been so badly injured. That is the response of the community. And I'm very grateful to everyone that's come here this evening. Come here to show what our community response is about this. Think about it. Just think about it for a moment. Those that set off bombs in London on 7/7 and killed people from this borough, those that supported, and that person who set off that bomb in Manchester that took so many lives, those that killed people with knives on London Bridge, and this incident, were all designed to achieve the same thing. Attacks on a community that will bring about a division of all of our communities. The only response can ever be one of bringing communities together in solidarity and support for each other at the time of crisis. That is the only response that there can ever be. We are not going to be divided because we're Muslims, because we're Christians, because we're Jews, because we're Hindus, because we're Buddhists, because we're humanists. We're not going to be divided. We're going to be united together in opposing this awful trend and this awful attack that's taken place. And I'm very proud to represent this community in Parliament. I'm very proud to represent Finsbury Park in all its faiths, in all its diversity and all its differences. Because you know what? Those faiths, that diversity and those differences makes us more united than anybody can ever do who tries to divide us. And of course, a community that is divided cannot achieve things together. If you divide people on the basis of faith, on the basis of race, on the basis of language, then what do? You blame somebody. You blame somebody because there's a problem in the community, and when that blame has run its course, you blame somebody else. And at the end of that, What have you achieved? Have you built a new school? Have you trained a new doctor? Have you employed a new nurse? Have you inspired a child to what they can achieve in their life? No. All you've done is sown the seeds of hatred that go from one generation to another and make us more divided and more dangerously divided. Let us treat each other with respect. Let us challenge anyone that uses any kind of discriminatory or racist language in any shape or form. Not in an aggressive way, just politely say to them, you wouldn't like that said about you, don't say it about anybody else. Live together and respect each other. The person who did that thought they could divide our community and they could do the same everywhere else. Well, it isn't going to work. It isn't going to work here. It's not going to work in Birmingham. It's not going to work in Leicester. It's not going to work in Manchester. It's not going to work anywhere because we will not allow it to work anywhere. So, our message tonight is simply this. We are here tonight in support of the mosque and Muslim Welfare House because of the stress they're going through. If this mosque is attacked, if a synagogue is attacked, if a church is attacked, if any person is attacked, we are all under attack because of that. Let's have that sense of solidarity of all communities. Bring them together in that sense of unity. If anybody tries anything on again against any of our communities, we're going to be here in even greater numbers showing that same sense of solidarity. So, thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the different faith communities that have come together this evening to show their support and solidarity. And, you know what? Bringing people together gives joy, gives strength, brings happiness, and gives us the chance of a better, more peaceful, more prosperous world in the future. Thank you all very much indeed.
I want to thank the mosque for organising this. I want to thank the local community for standing solid against all those people that seek to divide us. But I also have to say this. I am tired of this mosque being attacked. I am tired of bombs being placed outside this mosque, of powder being sent to it. And I have to say this, that some of the people in the highest authority, and I do mean Theresa May, you see, I went to Grenfell Towers this week, and I have to say that the people there who lost their lives, they lost their lives to willful neglect, they lost their lives to division, and we have to say we don't want that to happen again, and we have to stand in unity against those people that seek to divide us. And the people that seek to divide us, I'm tired of the Muslim community being blamed for what they're not responsible for.
Yes.
They're not responsible for terrorism. Because if you start with that narrative of scapegoating people, you end up with people like Tommy Robinson. He can't even say his real name. His name is Stephen Yoxley. He starts off with a lie. It is a lie that the reason why we have division in our society is that you blame a particular religion, a creed, or what sexuality people have. We have to stand in unity against all these people that seek to divide us. But we also have to have hope. We also have to have hope for a better society. Where does that hope come from? I remember a man from the BNP who said he was going to be an MP in Barking. What did we do? We kicked him out. I remember Stephen Yoxley when he used to lead the EDL and he came to East London. And we stood and we said, you shall not pass. And he didn't pass. And the reason why we did that, it was the people themselves that stood together, Muslim, black, white and Jew, and said that you shall not pass. And we'll say this now, you racist who try and attack this mosque, you won't pass. You will not divide us. You will not break us. Because every time our community is tested, we will break you. But we do have to organise. We do have to organise. And I would like people to stand together with Jeremy Corbyn when he spoke up and said that we have to have a more equal society that opposes racism, Islamophobia and anti-Semitism. We have to celebrate what's great about Finsbury Park, is that we are all together. Let's celebrate that and bring the celebration for a future for our children and for our hope. Thank you.
I believe that
There's loads of people here, and they're here because of the horrific attack at the mosque. Because one of the things that's happening in society at the moment is people seem to be coming together, whether it's over Grenfell Tower or over this attack, and we need to keep organised and we need to be at things like this. And I'm at Stand Up to Racism, and we have a group in my school, and my banner is here. I've just taken it down, and I think everybody should be organised in Stand Up to Racism groups across the country so that we're always united against this filth and actually make the world a better place for all of our children.
We're very grateful for Stand Up to Racism to organise this. They've been doing lots of different events, Stand Up to Islamophobia, and sign up, support Stand Up to Racism.
Whoever we are, wherever we live, we should not be dominated by a culture of fear. And let us send out a strong signal of hope from Islington to the rest of the world that those who try to divide us will not succeed. Thank you.
Fear has two meanings: forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. The choice is yours, and it is indeed, the choice is ours, and we choose that we will face everything and rise.
We must stand up to racism and Islamophobia in these difficult times, but we must also celebrate our multicultural society, because I think a strategy that embraces anti-racism and that challenges Islamophobia helps to both counter the narrative that is used by far-right and fascist terrorists to recruit supporters for their own political gain, but it also helps to challenge the narrative of ISIS-type extremists who seek to divide Muslims from other communities in Britain. So I think let's remember that we are one society and we are many cultures, and we must stand united.
And I think today there's been a brilliant display of what can happen when communities get together. It's important that we all join the fight against racism, so everyone should take part and join Stand Up to Racism today.
We're here a part of Stand Up to Racism, who've organised this vigil alongside with members of the community and leader figures in the mosque to ensure that we have a united response to Islamophobia and state that we will not stand for it, and we will unite as a community is absolutely necessary. For us to come together and show that we're stronger together. Now more than ever, it's important for us to get out, unite and join Stand Up to Racism.
We're standing here in solidarity with our Muslim brothers and sisters, saying that they should have a right to express their religion without fear and without the attack of people simply trying to brutalise them because of who they worship. This is a multiracial, multicultural community.
And so I urge you all to join Stand Up to Racism so that we can build a movement against racism and Islamophobia.
I believe that love is stronger. I believe it's stronger. Join in! I believe that love is stronger.